Welcome to our channel. If you're a fan of horror and thrilling adventures, you're in the right place. Here, you'll find stories that take you on a journey full of mystery and excitement. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Ready for the adventure? Let's dive in together.
Ahmed and Leila, twin siblings both 20 years old, never considered themselves the daring sort, but when they discovered an old, dusty map in their late grandfather's library, something inside them sparked. It was a map to a cave that had terrified the locals with its terrifying legends for generations. They couldn't resist the lure of uncovering secrets and solving mysteries, despite the warnings etched into their town's history. Ahmed's eyes glimmered with curiosity as he traced the map's rough lines. "This is it, Leila. The cave from all those stories." Leila, equally intrigued but with a hint of caution, nodded. "Let's find out what's really there. But at night, it will add to the thrill." So, nightfall found them at the outskirts of town, guided only by the pale moonlight and the old map clutched tightly in Ahmed's hands. The closer they got, the thicker the fog grew, and an unsettling silence enveloped them, broken only by eerie sounds coming from the cave's entrance. "I don't like this, Ahmed," Leila whispered as they approached the gaping mouth of the cave. "We've come this far," Ahmed responded, determined to see the journey through. As they took their first steps inside, the darkness swallowed them whole, leaving only the dim light from their flashlights to guide their way. Once inside, the atmosphere thickened. The walls seemed to close in on them, and every sound echoed unnervingly, as though the cave itself was alive. "Do you hear that?" Ahmed asked, his voice barely above a whisper. It was a low rumble, a constant noise that seemed to vibrate through the stone around them. Leila nodded, her grip on the flashlight tightening. "I don't think we're alone here," she said, trying to mask her fear with a hint of bravery. They moved deeper into the cave, the passages narrowing and twisting like a labyrinth. The air grew colder, and the rumbling sound seemed to follow them, growing louder with each step. Suddenly, they stumbled upon an ancient door carved into the rock. It seemed out of place, almost as if it had been waiting for them. Ahmed took a deep breath and pushed it open. Behind it lay a chamber unlike any they'd seen before. Strange symbols adorned the walls, and at the center, a pedestal with an old, worn book. The siblings stepped inside, their curiosity piqued even more. But as soon as they entered, the door slammed shut behind them. "What's happening?" Leila exclaimed, running back to the door and trying to pry it open. It was no use. They were trapped. They turned back to the pedestal. The book seemed to call to them, drawing them in with its mysterious aura. Ahmed opened it and began to read. The words inside told of a force controlling the cave, a force that trapped those who dared to enter. It was tied to their family name. The cave had once been a sanctuary for their ancestors, a place of power and secrets. Realization dawned on them. We were destined to find this place. But how do we escape? The cave's rumble grew into a roar. The walls seemed to close in even tighter, and shadows began to move as if alive. Fear turned into determination. Armed with newfound knowledge from the book, they deciphered the ancient symbols on the walls as clues for their escape. Working together, the twins braved the living darkness, solving puzzles and evading the cave's sinister traps. In the end, they managed to find a hidden passage that led them out just as the cave's malevolent presence seemed about to consume them entirely.